You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to have Fiona Cook exiled, Xander all murdery, and Brady Black wooing someone new. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as always, our predictions are based on the weekly promo and official NBC soap opera spoilers and recent episode action. We have got predictions for Johnny, Chanel, and Joy, for Vivien and Stefan, for Fiona, for Brady and Ava, and also for Xander. Let's dive right in with our first prediction. Johnny DiMera panics. His worst nightmare is coming true on set with Joy and Chanel. So it's looking more and more like what I said, that Johnny did the deed with Joy. Her mom was knocking at 2 a.m. and got no answer because it looks like Joy was otherwise occupied. And then Nancy found Johnny's wedding ring in Joy's room. Nancy was really mad that her daughter was hooking up with a married man. Joy insisted that it's not that big a deal because the guy's wife is cheating. Then we had Joy's audition with Chanel, and that went really well. So by Thursday, October 31st, spoilers say Joy officially lands a role on Body and Soul. That's the same day that Johnny is begging Chanel to forgive him, but that cheating slut comment's a little hard to get past. I don't blame her for being mad. Friday, November 1st, Johnny asks Joy to keep a secret. So I think he's going to be a little horror struck to find out that Joy will be a scene partner with Chanel, the wife that he told her was cheating, that he was completely wrong about. You know, Joy is supposed to be a Faith and Arrow homewrecker, but she might be a Chanel and Johnny homewrecker instead if things come out. So I'm curious to see if she agrees to keep the secret and if anybody overhears them talking about keeping the secret. All right, my second prediction, Vivien forges Stefan's name on those divorce papers. So on Friday, Stefan had decided he was not going to sign the divorce papers. He was going to tear them up and fight for Gabby after Kristen advised Stefan, if you still love Gabby, make it happen. But then Yvonne, his mom, Vivian Alamain's flunky, neck locked him and injected him with a drug. And that scene's going to replay on Monday, October 28th. And then Vivian has Yvonne tie up Stefan and shove him in the trunk of a car and then has him driven out of Salem, never to be seen possibly again, unless they recast him or really kiss Brandon Barash's butt because he said he's never going to come back, that they've broken trust because they fired him mid-contract. I will drop that video at the end if you'd like to watch our video about that. So there's an envelope delivered to Gabby, and I suspect that it's going to be signed divorce papers with a note saying that he's leaving town to get away from her. On Monday, Gabby tries to see Stefan, but Vivien makes sure she cannot. At that point, he's probably already in a trunk halfway to wherever she's sending him to. Alamania, where are they from? So our third prediction, Fiona Cook is run out of Salem. So on Friday, Sarah was completely shocked to see Fiona sitting in the middle of town square, day drinking a martini, very smug that she is free as a bird. Melinda Trask forced EJ to realize he did not have a case and was not going to get a conviction because Brady was so drunk that night that he thought he ran over Sarah. So his memories are not reliable at all. They will not hold up in court. Sarah's testimony has changed several times, even though she is a sympathetic figure because she is a mom stuck in a wheelchair, but her testimony has changed. And in fact, she did perjure herself. So that's not a good look. And Fiona never confessed where she was recorded or where any law enforcement heard her. So unless somebody can trick Fiona into confessing on tape, she has gotten away with it. But I cannot imagine anyone in town is going to welcome her. Brady hates her. Eric hates her. Everybody that loves Brady and Eric and Sarah hate her. Xander hates her. Maggie hates her. Sarah hates her. You know, all the Kitty Ockuses hate her. And and Fiona's going to run out of money, has got no place to live. I cannot imagine who would give her a job. So seems like she's got to leave. Xander may threaten to kill her if she doesn't go, or maybe he will give her a little bit of money and tell her to take a hike. But I just can't see Fiona sticking around long. Our fourth prediction, Brady and Ava explore a romance. So back in July, Brady and Ava did a little bit of light flirting, and he was trying to slip into her sheets, but she was working for Kristen at the time, and she was loyal, even though Ava was a little tempted. I mean, look at him. He's hot. But now Brady is fresh out of jail and single and trying to stay sober. And Ava is not working for Kristen and doesn't even like her much anymore. So on Wednesday, October 30th, Brady does some bonding with Ava. And maybe they're going to tiptoe towards a romance. Stefan is gone. So I wonder who's going to end up in charge of the bistro. Remember, she's managing it, but Stefan is the owner, and he has been shoved in a trunk and sent out of town. So I don't know. How does that happen? Who pays the bills? I wonder if they're going to tie up that loose end or just leave it with Ava running it and never explain that. I'm very curious about that. Our fifth and final prediction, Xander is ready to kill to get Sarah the serum. So on Friday, Philip Kiriakis showed up. Jean-Paul Lavoisier is back, and he got an injunction so that Xander cannot transfer any shares of Titan Industries to Kristen. So that stopped Xander from giving the company to her. And Xander's furious because he wants Kristen to give Sarah the serum so she can walk again. But Justin and Sarah did not want him doing it, and they begged him not to, but Xander wouldn't listen. By the end of the week, on November 1st, Philip and Vivien are plotting, and Xander makes Kristen a deadly offer. It's worded very strangely, so my question is, who exactly is on the receiving end of the deadly offer? Is it Xander threatening to kill Kristen if she doesn't hand it over? I'm okay with him choking her. That's fine. Or is it Xander telling her they need to kill Philip so they can both get what they want? Either way, I do think Xander is totally ready to kill to see Sarah walking and out of that wheelchair. But really, if you think about it, what Xander needs to do is to go running to Brady and just tell him, look, we got you out, and Kristen won't hand the serum over, because I guarantee Brady trots over there, holds out his hands, and tells Kristen, hand me that serum right now, or we have nothing to talk about ever again. And she would hand it to him. Maybe. She might hand him just saline because she's evil like that. But I think that she would hand it over. Sounds like it's time for a Brady intervention before Xander has to go get murdery with somebody.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.